My goal of 2024 was to build my very own save file in The Sims 4, and I did that, and it's finally time to release it. I actually finished it this summer, but I had some issues with my PC and I had to do some rebuilding of it, which is very disappointing. And then I just procrastinated on making this video and making the post releasing it. So we are finally doing that today, and I'm so excited to share this with you. So the save file is just called the Dizzy save file because it is my very first save file, and this is the one I plan to like build onto. And I really wanted to have the feel of Willow Creek in this file. I feel like with a lot of save files, the style of builds don't match the world, which is totally fine. And like, it's a personal preference if you like that or not. I personally don't love playing in builds that don't match my world. So I wanted to make the world of Willow Creek better. Basically, I just wanted to elevate it from the regular builds that EA put in there and give it a bit more of a New Orleans feel to it, which is what the world is based off of. I did a lot of research coming into this with like architectural styles and everything. So pretty much everything should hopefully be actually realistic and like true to life with like build styles and everything. But it comes with 12 residential lots, 2 multi-residential lots, 6 community lots. It also comes with 2 empty lots so that you can feel free to build whatever you need for your game there as well. And there are 7 different unique households, all with built-in jobs, skills, relationships, and intertwined stories. So let's start by installing this. So to install this, I have 2 links down below at the bottom of my post on Tumblr. One goes to my merch site. It's a completely free item. You don't have to pay any money for it. It just was the easiest way to put it onto here. The other one goes to a Google Drive folder, which you can download from here. When you go to download this, start by making a backup of your game. So you're going to go to Electronic Arts, The Sims 4, and you're going to go back up your saves, or you can be like me and just back up your entire game. I like to do that just to be safe, but just go ahead and make sure you back up all of your save files. You can just copy them, and then you can just move them to another place on your PC, a cloud storage, wherever you like to keep your backups. Once you have it backed up, go ahead and download it from whichever site you prefer. And then you're going to download it. I'm just going to put mine in downloads. And then you're going to get a zip file that says DizzySaveFile.zip. And then you're going to unzip this. Some computers have a program built into them that you can unzip from. Otherwise, you can download a program. I use the one called 7-Zip. It's what my husband installed on my computer at one point. And then I'm going to extract to Dizzy Save File, and that will put it into a folder for me so that I don't lose things, because that's what I prefer. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy it. And then you're going to go to your saves folder in the game, and then you can Control V to paste it in there. I already have it in here, obviously, so it's going to look a little bit different from here. But go ahead and put it in here. If it comes up with the name having already been used in your save files, go ahead and rename the slot. Once you have that all set up in your save files in the game, go ahead and open the game and then go to load game. And you should see it pop up right here. It should have my sim self as the photo, but clearly I was in here before. Then go ahead and go into the save, and it'll bring you into Willow Creek just like this. And you'll see that mine is currently playing as the Scott family over here. So from here, you're going to go to save as in your menu. You're going to hit add new save, and then you can call it whatever you want, so that it basically makes a copy of it. So you're not playing directly in the save file, you have made a copy of it. So if you want to use it again in the future, you can just go to the original version of it, save as, and continue using it. And that's how you download it. You can then place your own Sims if you'd like, or you can choose one of mine to play with. That is how you download the save. Now that I have shown you how to download it, let me show you around. So going over to this neighborhood on the left, the Sage Estates, we're going to start with the Walton household. This is where Alice lives. Alice is from Old Money. She's lived here in Willow Creek since she got married to her late husband, John. The two of them moved to Willow Creek as newlyweds and have lived in this house ever since. They've never had children, so it's just Alice alone in this big old house by herself. Alice is also the head of the HOA and makes sure everyone in town stays in line. She does, however, tend to keep to herself, and some people think her husband's death wasn't because of old age. Alice has the mansion baron aspiration. She is retired. She has the charisma, fitness, flower arranging, and gardening skills. And she has several friends, as well as a few enemies. And she's a snob, materialistic, high maintenance, and has the bonus business savvy trait. Alice also loves to read and garden, and she loves to host her little book club meetings here in her patio in the front of the house. And when the weather isn't cooperating, she will host them in her little greenhouse sunroom right here. Next up, we have the Williams household. This is such a beautiful house. I had so much fun building this. And this is where the Williams family lives. Atticus William over here is the father of the household, and he practically owns this town of Willow Creek. Atticus owns every single rental property in town, so you want to make sure you keep him on your good side, otherwise he might increase your rent. His wife, Gretchen, is a stay-at-home mom. She's the vice president of the HOA with Alice, and she's the head of the PTA, and is incredibly nosy and loves to gossip. And they have 2 twin daughters, Janae and Shanna. This is Janae. She is a star athlete. She loves to party and mess around, and Shanna over here is a gamer and content creator who loves to stay at home and just spend time in her room on her computer. You can see that they have a very classic rich family house, but they are definitely a new rich family, so you'll see elements of modernity throughout the entire thing. This is Gretchen's kitchen. In my head, she is a mom who does TikTok, and she does refill videos in this kitchen, so that's what you can imagine in here, with a beautiful gallery wall, a little pantry off to the side. And then upstairs, here's Shanna's room, very gamer girl. And then we have Janae's room. It's a much more calming, simple room. You got a little bit of a mess going on, but this is her style, and she has a little private balcony even. And then we have a beautiful primary suite with a private bathroom and a in-home spa and gym, because they're rich, why would they not? There's also a nice indoor pool and an adorable little gazebo in the back with a pizza oven. Moving on to the next neighborhood, we have the Scott household. I don't like choosing favorites, but I think this might be my favorite household. This family unfortunately has a bit of a dark past. Liam here lost his wife when their kids were young, leaving him to raise them all on his own. So between working as a doctor and taking care of his kids, he hasn't had much time for anything else. That is until a single mom moved in with her 2 boys across town. Riley here is the oldest, and she spends her time studying and preparing to go off to college. Jessie here is the middle child, and they are still trying to figure themselves out, but they do love the color green and frogs, and they have a fun little secret hiding place in the tower in the house. And then Kiana is the youngest. She does not remember her mom at all, and she's just happy to be around. This house was in major disrepair when the Scotts first bought it, and so Scott and his wife fixed it all up and remodeled it into the home of their dreams, and it's gonna stay like this because Liam can't ever imagine changing it. It's full of family photos and memories, both new and old, and while it's hard dealing with your past, it's always good to look towards the future. Next door to the Scotts, we have the Riviera household. The Rivieras are newer in town. Ruben here is the dad, and he works as a chef in San Myshuno. Amelia here is his wife, and she is a teacher who also has a hobby of interior design. Stevie is the oldest child, who is an artist and quickly found themselves involved with the oldest daughter from the Williams family. And Carmelo over here is the youngest, who loves animals and wants to raise them when he's older. This house was a lot of fun to build. It was definitely a struggle in terms of floor plan, but I think it turned out really cute. You can also tell that Party Essentials came out right before it because we got that backsplash going on. They also love to entertain, so we have a little bit of an entertainment space out here with not much of a backyard. We didn't need really a big backyard for this household. And then upstairs we have 2-bedroom plus an office, so we have the primary suite right here, very calm and serene. We have Carmelo's room full of animals, very Lion King. And then we have a shared office between Amelia and a little bit of a gaming space for Ruben and Carmelo to play games together. The next household is the Jones family in a neighborhood across town. This is Jonathan and Janie Jones. They appear to be the perfect couple with the absolutely most perfect baby you've ever seen. Jonathan works in business while his wife is a stay-at-home mom, taking care of their baby Jasper and running her Plopsy store and being a mommy vlogger. She dreams of making it big in the vlogger space and moving away from her hometown of Willow Creek to Del Sol Valley. However, behind the camera, not everything is as it seems. Over here, we have the Roper-Worth household, who shortly after getting married, they were tired of the hustle and bustle of San Myshuno, so Warren and Harrison decided to move to Willow Creek to settle down. Warren's a bit of a social butterfly who loves all things fashion, design, and style, while Harrison is an engineer who spends his free time reading by the pool. These two could not be any more different but are perfect together. Will raising a family together bring them closer or tear them apart? You can see that their house is definitely a little bit on the more empty side because, like I said, they had just moved in. So they're still in the process of, getting new furniture, filling in the space, making it their own. You can see that there's a nursery space ready to be unpacked, hoping to find the perfect child for them. And their bedroom is definitely still needing decorated, but don't worry because Warren will definitely take care of that. Lastly of our households, we have the Raleigh Robinson family. This family has definitely gone through a lot. Dylan and Elijah, her 2 twin teenage boys, have never met their actual father, who was unfortunately a deadbeat who left Blair right after she got pregnant. And she's been on her own ever since, until moving here and meeting some interesting people. They live in this set of 3 townhouses, all owned by Atticus William himself. But recently, since moving here, Blair has started to date the doctor, Liam Scott, who has his own 3 children. So they are starting to become a bit of a blended family with 5 children, with two of them, so it's quite a fun time with these two households together. Dylan over here is a big fan of video games. He's kind of in his gloomy teen era right now, but he loves mischief and he loves to snowboard. And then Elijah over here is definitely a academic kid who's also the star athlete at the school. And he also has a bit of a thing for Shanna Williams, his landlord's daughter. That is it for actual households in this save file. There are a few empty houses that you can move your Sims right into if you'd like. We also have two different parks. We have River Drive Park right over here. It's just a small little neighborhood park. Has everything you need to have a nice day with your family. And then we have Waterfront Park, which is a much larger park with a beautiful gazebo in the middle of a pond. There is space to play games like basketball. There's a more kid area for playing in the sand, on the equipment, all kinds of fun stuff, even space for marbles. A nice little serene area by the pond where you can also go fishing, and a nice little picnic space. And then here we have the main stretch of the commercial buildings. So right here we have a beautiful, in my opinion, apartment building. This has 4 different units of varying sizes, a laundry space in the back, a gym, and a nice little front entry. There is also an antique thrift store with a boba shop right next to it, a super fun bowling alley that you can spend all your time at. And then we have a fantastic community center complete with library, study space, a gym, kids areas, and even a maker space in the top. Building the save file brought me so much joy this year, and I had such a good time doing it. If you're interested in watching some speed builds of some of these houses, they are on my page if you'd like to go find them in the speed build playlist, and you can find it at the top right here. Again, if you want to download this, the link is down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this save file, and if you decide to use it, please let me know. I'd love to see what you guys do with it. And if you want to join me working on the Oasis Springs world for the save file, feel free to join us over on Twitch Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is linked down below as all of my other socials. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!